Hey, sorry about running away, everyone. We had a yarn delivery arriving, and they're like, "Is anyone there to receive the order?" And I was like, "The reception." And they're like, "Okay, let the reception know that we're here." And I was like, "Why wouldn't the driver just go talk to the reception?" So that's okay. I'm just gonna continue on designing. I waited like a little moment there just to see if they needed to call me or anything, but no one reached out, so I think it's pretty good. I hope. We're gonna find out. But I'm gonna continue on here and keep making my little scythe for my little crochet Grim Reaper. Which, if you missed the live that we were just doing, this is now part 2 of the lives. I'm just making a scythe for our little Grim Reaper buddy, which is this cutie here. So we started working on this just before we had to go. So hopefully it's all good. This should be pretty straightforward. I think I'm just making like one long stick and then also just stuffing it full of yarn. And then I need to figure out how to make a scythe shape. Although now I'm looking at the back of the plushie's head, like I know how to do like a hook shape, so I could probably just do that and like flatten it, you know? And that should make a pretty good like scythe shape, right? Interesting, eh? This is what happens in a designer's brain. Yeah. So I hope everyone enjoyed the little break from my live. We all got to get up and stretch. Go get a glass of water. Get something to eat. Oh my god. They're still messaging me. What? They just said no, can your reception go out to meet him? They're like, can your receptionist go out to meet him? They're like sitting out the front. Why would they not just go indoors? I'm gonna scream. They're like, so they're like, your delivery's here, and they're sitting in the like, they're just sitting in the like in the spot where, yes, we know he's in a truck. They're sitting in the spot outside the reception room, and they're like, hey, your delivery's here. And I'm like, yes, can you go in and talk to the reception and drop it off? And they're like, oh, can you get reception to go, like, tell him? And I'm like, well, I have. Why is neither one of you just going outside of the truck to be like, hi, can I drop this off? Isn't that crazy? Oh my god. Yeah, I know, man, he does sound gay, but he looks straight. Like most people? What do you mean by that? Hey. Oops. I'll sub and like if you Google stray kids. Why would I do that? Can you make a tiger? I could make a tiger. I am gay. Well, kind of. I'm making the Grim Reaper. Hey. So this is our little crochet Grim Reaper. And then I'm making a little scythe to go with it as well. Can you make a gun? I was gonna make like a little ray gun from like an alien spaceship. Because I got sent like a crochet book from another crochet influencer, but I haven't found the time to do it. I don't know who Goose from Top Gun is because I just haven't seen the film. Are you not on subscriber mode? I don't think I am on subscriber mode. I don't know what that is. It's a K-pop group. Sorry. Can you make Uzi for murder drones? I don't know what half these things are, but it's very entertaining. What is my favorite stitch? I quite like doing a little double crochet. Like I do single crochets all the time because I am like an amigurumi artist, but a little double crochet is quite fun. What is the best advice for another crocheter? Just have fun. Like, it is just crochet. So, it's all pretty chill. Like, some people get very, very stressed out about it, very tense about it. But you're just making fun things and having a good time doing it. No need to stress. Making guns right now is crazy. Like, okay. Have fun. Oh, YouTube, you never cease to amaze me. It reminds me of like the early days of TikTok. I used to be like when I used to stream on that all the time. You had the most like random comments coming through. And you're like, what? Indie animation series on YouTube. Oh, cute. But like horror comedies. I do love horror. Like I love a bit of like a thriller horror. But if it comes into like a gory kind of horror, then it's only for me. You can never be bothered with that. Thanks for subscribing. We're well on our way to 100k subscribers. We're doing our best. I'd love to get that little, not steel, silver play button and put it up on the shelf behind me so I can be like, look what I did, Mom. Thanks, Penguin. I appreciate it. Dun, 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 dun. I'm hoping my receptionist has gone outside to go pick up the delivery. Or at least the truck driver has hopped out of the truck to drop off the delivery. Is this what running a business is like in 2025? When no one wants to go talk to each other? Put down your phones. Absolutely wild. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. How tall do you think I need to make this scythe? Show me the green frog with the blue and the pink and the white. The little trans frog in the back. Of course. Do it. Oh, hopefully things don't knock down. Oh, no, we're just kind of wedged up there. Is that little trans pride frog? So we have the two of them. We have our like classic rainbow frog. It's a chameleon. What am I saying? We have a classic rainbow chameleon, and then we have our little trans pride chameleon. Frog. So these two little cuties. I know, I like them as well. I made a bunch of these. Is there one more? No. I made a bunch of these, and I made a NB one, a Pan Pride one, and I think it was Asexual was the other one. I think. I just love the little tongue sticking out the side. Should I like stay at the front like, hey? Is there a demi option for these? I mean, if you want, so in the pattern for them, so I don't like sell the finished makes, but for the pattern for them, I put like a guide on how to like change it up for your chosen pride flag that you want to make it for. So plenty of options. Where do you get your yarn from? I have my own yarn brand. Thank you for asking. I go to, oh, it's backwards, but it's Zadie Crafts. So all my chenille yarn I get from myself now. I used to get it from overseas, but now because I'm in Australia, it was really hard to get like a plush yarn over here, and so I just started like making my own. And so that's what this whole delivery issue is all about. Because they're dropping off yarn. for my yarn business. Yeah, the llama or the camel. I do have a llama somewhere at the back there, or a camel. Oh, that one there. That one, yeah. It's a little, that one is a lamel? Oh, I have no camels. They were llamas. The Misfits arrived. Yeah. So the Misfits, that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to, like, explain it to people that they're not faulty yarns. Like, they're just not like our usuals. Oh my god. It's really hard to get chenille yarn in Australia. Or it used to be, until we opened up. But what is my crochet ick? What do I hate in crochet that gives me the ick? I don't like the 2-chain start in a magic ring. I think it leaves a little gap. May I take a minute of your night or day just to say what a wonderful man you are. You're strong, you're sweet, you're heartwarming, and you're a caring soul. And in case you need this, I am proud of you. Thank you, Gracie. What a diva. Thanks. I will take all of those compliments, thanks. I got us covered. Yeah. How much do you sell your yarn for? We sell it for $8.95 Australian, which I think is like a competitive price. What can I say? I was born a diva. That's the spirit. Sometimes yarn makes a squeaky hook when squeaky sound on the hook. A way to avoid that, which I don't know if is the best way. Well, people people frown upon it, but you just like run your hook through your hair, and that just like stops the squeak. Because the squeak is coming from like the natural oils off your hands, and so you kind of like, I don't know how it works with your hair, but that's just a way of doing it. I don't think, like, some people are like, ew, gross. I don't think that's gross. I see it as just the same as, like, as long as you have, like, clean hair. Let's actually put that out there. But as long as it's, like, I don't think it's that bad. It's like people putting, like, a pin in their lips when they're, like, sewing or something. Which I also do, like just to hold it there. That's how I see it as. Nothing crazy. This, I'm hoping to get the tester call out for the Grim actually this afternoon. So I'm just kind of designing it now, and then I'll put a tester call out, and then hopefully in the next 2 days I can get the rest of the pattern like written up. So that's the plan. Running the needle through your hair makes it easier to put through the fabric. Maybe. I don't know that one. I'm sure there's a lot of like tips and tricks all like around. I can make the chain 2 work with no gap. I find much easier in the magic ring. The magic ring hurts my hands. Honestly, fair enough. Honestly, what works for you? I struggle with the chain 2. That's just my personal preference. I like doing a magic circle because I like tighten the magic circle around my hook, and then it like already starts it off super tight. But that's just how I work. So I'm watching my delivery people like typing and then stop typing, and I'm like, did you deliver the yarn or not? I need to know. Why are they struggling? Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. Let's just have a little test. So I put up my little Grim Reaper. Is it gonna be the right height? It might need to be like slightly taller. Like it needs to be like up to the height of it, doesn't it? Or there. Where does it need to go up to? Thoughts, everyone? Does it need to go higher than Grim? No, that's like astronomically tall. Like, I think honestly actually about there maybe looks good. Yeah. Wait, let's just see where I'm up to. Please type to me with good news. Delivery people. If they're like, they drove off, I'll be so annoyed. What do you mean he hasn't come out yet? They're so confused of where the yarn is. They're like, how are they not doing this? Oh boy. Sorry, everyone. Okay, wait. How are they so lost? Hi, Dawson. This is stressing me out. Like, how is this not making any sense? It is literally a delivery driver sitting there in the truck, in the driveway, outside the reception, saying, hey, your reception has not come out. And I'm like, why don't you go in? Why don't you just hop out the truck, walk like 5 meters, and say, hey, can I drop off the yarn? Why? Does this not seem ridiculous to anyone else? Like, just go inside. I can't deal with this. It's actually crazy. Anyway, I'm actually just like, I'm very just dumbfounded on how this is all working out. Anyway, as I was doing, as I was counting the stitches, I have messaged them, and I said, go outside. Go outside, please. Go outside and talk to the delivery driver. I called them. That's why I went on that little live break, because I had to go call them. Okay, wait, this is so distracting. Now I gotta count stitches. Nobody talk. 1, 2, 5. Ooh, I need 2 more stitches. Yeah, it's one of the most strangest things right now. I'm like, why is nobody talking to each other? Like, why can't they just go inside? That is what's baffling to me. Absolutely baffling. I cannot understand. And I just don't even know how to like even begin to understand why they're not doing it. How hard is it? Hop out of your truck. He's been sitting there that entire time we've been on this live. Just sitting there, being like, are they gonna come out? And I'm like, go in! Go in! Oh my god. Wait, I need my handy dandy knitting needle. This This is when people are like, what do you mean you've been busy lately? And I'm like, I'm having to deal with this. Normally I have like a chopstick floating around. I don't know where my handy dandy chopstick's gone, but it's normally my like best tool for putting a yarn into something like this. Or scissors is actually also a really good stuffing tool. Just so you all know. Get in. That's right. No, it's actually working. For some reason I thought it might be like harder. Yarn meltdown. Yeah, the yarn meltdown is confusing. Time consuming. Did like maybe my receptionist not understand to go outside, and when I said, hey, can you go outside and greet him? And he's like, okay. Did he just not? What do you mean? Like, why aren't you talking to each other? Great, can I set this side in? Where I can. Use Snape's wand? Fair enough. I'm just using this because it's kind of like the right shape to like pummel it in. I think, isn't there like a yarn company that sends people like a stuffing tool? Who's that? Is that Michael's? You made 5 big plushies, you're addicted. Honestly, that's how it begins. You start posting about it next. And next thing you know, you have a whole yarn company. You have a whole YouTube dedicated to crochet and yarn chats. You start doing markets on the weekends. Every single gift you make for the rest of the year is a little crochet keepsake for your friends and family. Yarn ready to go, black and purple. Yeah. So do you think you'll make a purple on the inside? Or like a purple hood and like black head kind of one. You could probably make like a really cute Dawa with this, to be honest. Like from Star Wars. Because they're just like little people in little hoods, right? Maybe we should do that. Okay. It feels relatively stuffed. Purple cloak. Yeah, I think a purple one would be really cute. I'm thinking I might do a red cloak next. Or maybe I'll, oh my god, I can finally use passionate. I've been wanting to find like a project to use like a blood red for. And that would be so good for this one. Yeah. Let's do passionate. Random question, but do you like your secret lab chair? I love it. It is the most comfortable chair I've been in ever. I originally had another chair that I bought off like some cheap website a while ago, and it was okay, but this one has just been like magical to sit on. Very good, very comfortable. But it's like, it's kind of expensive. So just be warned, this one was like a real investment for me. Do I do tutorials? I just released a little tutorial for little itty bitty bat, and I'm asking people to tell me other tutorials that they want me to do. So this is my itty bitty bat pattern. So this tutorial is now available on my YouTube, alongside like another bat pattern. I've actually got 2 out now. But I'd love to do more tutorials. I just want people to tell me what they want as well. Otherwise, I'm just deciding, and it's fine. This is the first time you've seen me live. I haven't done too many lives this year. There's just been a lot of background things going on, so just been busy, you know? Just busy. Maybe some girl who knots eyes. Yeah, so should get Kayla involved. Like, Kayla, I'll send you yarn. Start bribing her. Started Christmas gifts in January so I could have them done for the year. Only finished in June. Oh my god. You started so early as well. Oh, for some reason when you said passionate is amazing for the mushrooms, I thought you meant like passionate Kelsey, and I was like, what mushrooms has she made? I did make a little spider. I made a little spider, itty bitty spider, last year. Very, very simple pattern. Can you do a tour of the black cat for the Hello Kitty show? I don't know the black cat in the Hello Kitty show. I could, maybe. I'm thinking more itty bitty patterns rather than doing tutorials of like existing makes, you know. Anyway, we made a scythe base. Perfect. So they can just like attach onto there. And now I'm thinking I need to make the scythe. The scythe? Just what you call it, the scythe. The blade. But how would I do that? I was thinking of doing like the same kind of like hook shape that I've got here. But I don't know how well that's gonna translate into a flat piece, because it's kind of like, it turns into a hook when it's rounded. Look, I'm gonna have to try. Oh yeah, this is the Grim Reaper so far. It's looking cute. I'm really happy with it. I'm just trying to like pull the hood forward. I wonder if I should have like extended it out 1 or 2 more rows, but like I've got a very tight tension, so it's kind of hard to figure out what would be good for most people and then fine for me. So there's that. I'm happy with it though. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. I think it's gorgeous. Oh gosh, so many comments. I love crocheting, but I ran out of yarn. Can't find chenille yarn in my country, so I can only order online. Wait, which country are you in? If it's Australia, that's where I am. I have chenille yarn. New Zealand, I can cover. From South Africa, wish your yarn was available in South Africa. I'm sure we could send it over there. Like, literally, people just need to message me about it. Please just email me, like, hello@zeddycrafts.com. Like, we want to offer worldwide shipping, so if you just email us, let us know where you'd want us to ship the yarn to, and I can do, like, a little price check for you. Like, I'm not opposed to try sending everywhere. It's just, like, with the markets that I set up on Shopify, it was just very much, like, default markets. And so we're just trying to figure out, like, shipping as we went. But if we can figure it out one by one, then it's fine. So please let me know. Especially in Singapore and South Africa. Venus flytraps have been very popular. Interesting. I feel like moths have really been on the rise this past year as well. Sorry, what was I doing? I was grabbing yarn. I need like a light gray. Are you my lucky yarn? Here we go. The colorway Charming. Not really popular, only around 10% of the people here crochets. I have 2 friends over there who are crochet influencers. Do you follow Edwin Ninja and Rachel Wan? Tell them I say hi. Why did I sniff the yarn? I didn't. I think I was just doing that. I was mewing with them. Yes! I chat to Edwin so often. I know who you are, Mel. Hey, Mel. Oh, Mandy, just email me. Let's chat. Have I made an owl? No. No, I haven't. I have so many like animals that I really want to get into making. It's just kind of like up to my Patreon and up to whatever I offer out to my Patreon to vote for. I wish I could be like constantly like making one thing after another and just have like a giant library of patterns, but I decided to start running a yarn company at the same time. So I'm a bit stretched thin between running my own small business as well as this small business. They're like 2 separate businesses, but they take up so much time. The yarn is www.zeddycrafts.com, like my username, Zeddy. Z-A-D-D-Y crafts. Anyway, I was making a scythe. I can get so distracted so easily. I mean, I think if I'm wanting to make a hooked scythe, shape. I think I want to like weight all the increases onto one side. If I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3. This is how I do my magic circle. When I say I pull it tight around the hook, this is what I mean. I pull it tight around the hook. And then I work into the tiniest little gap. And it works so perfectly, because then I don't need to tighten at the end. It doesn't have all the friction that makes the yarn snap. Although, this yarn doesn't really do that. So, we're good. Okay. Let's see if this works. And 2. And what's time? I'm assuming the yarn was delivered. The largest crochet piece I've ever made. Is he in my cupboard? I used to have like a giant bear. His name is Burley, and I made his part as a collaboration for a puzzle game. And he was like this big. His name is Burley the bear. I brought him to my markets, but I didn't really know what to do with him. So I think he's either sitting in storage or he's sitting in a cupboard somewhere. But aside from that, it's probably that giant koala, but it's like tucked under heaps of dolls. I also have like a giant reindeer and a giant bunny in the bag. I wish I could pull them out right now because they're really fun. You love the rainbow axolotls? Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I've got one here and one up there. And I also have this one here. Zesty boy, says you Fortnite boy. I love, just a very side note, I love how like queer Fortnite has become. Okay, wait. Let's see. I wonder if I've already like expanded it out too much on here. I think. Are you gay? What's it to you, JK? Yes. I'm a girl. Ugh, I just want grown men. Yeah. Honestly, neither. I was playing Fortnite last night with some friends, and it's very... We're playing, what is it? There's like the Delulu version, and you can run around and talk to people. And like, I think I made friends with like a 12-year-old. And then we took it to this place, and then everyone started shooting at us. And a poor 12-year-old friend died. We're like, I'm sorry, small, sweet child. Also, I don't know why there was a child online. That felt crazy. But yeah. But then there was, yeah, it was all like the grown, what are they called? Sup, my main gay man child. Sup, you too. Axolotls from Fortnite? There is a axolotl on Fortnite, I think, in the skins. There's definitely one in Minecraft. I think a lot of Minecraft people are like really like into that. I forget there's children that watch me on YouTube. I have to remember to be good. I don't know if this is turning out right for how I wanted. Why do gays talk like that? Just because... If you're wondering about gay lingo, it's a whole thing to do with identity. Like not politics, but identity and language. So as someone who has a master's in sociolinguistics, let me tell you those things. There's such a thing as a phenomena called gay lisp, and it's much the same as like many people having any accents. But it's essentially when you are identifying within a certain group, or if you're identifying in a certain way where you want people to see you as that identity, you tend to change your accent depending on the situation. It's the same with like the way that you might not want to swear around your grandparents or something. So it's I forgot the term for it right now, but that's pretty much the gist of it, is that people adapt their language to the identities that they feel most comfortable with or that they want to identify with. So does that answer your question? It's like if people were to move to another country and sometimes they're like, oh, you're that English kid because you've always got that English accent. And the English kid will either really keep on to that accent and they'll like take forever to drop it off, or they will drop it off immediately and then start like really adapting to the new accent because they don't want to identify as that. So the same goes for people in the LGBTQ community for how they speak. There's a lot of studies on it. You can look it up if you're interested. He's a Minecraft fan as well. And I was watching your videos with me. It doesn't help desensitizing my kids. I think it's supposed to worse when you're not at your side. Fair enough. Okay. There's the tiniest little scythe. I think I need to expand on it now. So I'm thinking if I like put on some increases to the top, that should make it like curve downwards. Also gets wise about gender awareness, which is awesome. Yay! Yeah, my nephew, I really want to like explain to him like the basics of just like human identity and the conversations around it. Because it's not like a difficult concept to grasp, really. Can you sub? No. Have you made a dinosaur? I did have a little dinosaur buddy pattern. I used to have it up on Etsy, but now it got taken down for copyright because someone out there was making a Dino Buddy book collection. And they decided that they wanted to make a little dinosaur buddy like thing. I don't know. They took it to copyright. And then I just got this message being like, don't use other people's names. And I was like, what the hell? Meanie, you didn't say please. I don't know who you are. This is the thing in my country, we get crochet stuff for charity to give away. I'm crocheting 500 beanies for them right now. Oh my god, that is a lot of beanies. It's too late, Fortnite boy. Too late. That is a wild amount of beanies. Could you cheat and use like a machine? One of those knitting machines, which I have one in the cupboard, which I have not used in years. And I have all this like acrylic yarn that I really want to use on it one day. I just haven't done it yet. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. If I forget, I don't know what's happening right now. I think once I've done this row, we should have the right amount. I hope. I'm wondering if I should have been increasing every round. Let's have a look. I think it really worked as I wanted it to. So it's like, it's kind of got like a little curve on it, but it's not like as gradual. It's more of a weird hook curve, and it still just looks like that. Maybe I should have just gone for like a triangle. you know? Is there a better way I could have done this? Did you see that? I'll probably get to my file here because it's a white background. I had it that way. No. There's a way I can do this. It's a bit droopy, eh? But like that's the right thickness because it can just like easily fit on there, which is fine. I can handle that. I think I've just done the increases wrong. No, Mal, we are trying hard to get this right. No, come back. Ah. Yeah, I was like, I need to get this. I need to have this correct. I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to this. Because if we start, okay, wait. Let's go back down. All the way down to 6, right? Hello, ice cream. Can't crochet and talk at the same time. I'm well practiced in the art of yap and crochet. It looks like a toucan put a sock on its beak for some reason. Honestly, you're not wrong. That's why we're redoing it again. What are we making? We're making the Grim Reaper. We're just trying to give it like a scythe. So this is our friend, little Grimmy. Dust on it. But we're just trying to figure out how to like really capture this. Oh, they're cute. They are cute. I agree. Okay, so if I go from 6, but this time I'm gonna go 1, 2. Watch this. And then if I increase, and I increase again, that takes us to 8, right? And I keep increasing in the middle of those increases, it should, in theory, create a curve. That's what I'm going for. Frog to row 5 times the other, just trying to get it right. That's honestly me in all my designs. There's a lot of frogging that goes on, but fortunately my yarn's pretty durable, so I can do that. There's a thing in my country where we help. Oh yeah, you said that about the beanies. We always said that's amazing. They're cute. I agree. I think little Grimmy is going to be a little hit. An online crochet along for us folk that can't make the Melbs catch up. I was originally doing like community catch ups over on my like Patreon. So I did them like twice, I think. But when I offered it out, we got like maybe 3 or 4 people showing up out of the entire Patreon. And so like even though we were all like, this is such a fun idea, it just like wasn't working. Like just people just didn't show up, and even when they did show up there was like a few like children on there, and I think it was just like it was a bit weird. I was like, oh, I don't want to be in charge of like child safety on the internet. You know, that was one of the things I was just a bit like, yeah. Just makes it a bit awkward. Because like the other thing is like imagine if there's someone on my Patreon who's a minor, and then I'm telling them all to get on yeah, doing it with like, everyone like that, it's probably fine. I don't know. It was just like I think it was because it was like through my Patreon, and then there's like a few children that are on there, and I'm like, hey, I'm this 30-year-old man, catch up with me online. That it feels like a weird vibe for me. So I just want to like avoid that at all costs. Like, and I don't want to be like someone who accidentally connects something like that. You know? So it was just something that like I was always like careful of in the back of my head. Yeah. It's just like one of those things I'm like, oh god, it's just like it could be a weird look. To be like, caught up with a Patreon, and it's like a bunch of 12-year-old girls. And people will be like, what the hell? And I'll be like, yeah, that was weird. I didn't like it. What am I making? I'm making the Grim Reaper, which is a Patreon design. So we're slowly making the Scythe. Yeah. Let's see, I'm very well aware of the internet, I think. Maybe a bit too overly cautious at times, but honestly, you kind of have to be. Yeah, we're just working on the Scythe portion, which I have an idea of how it should work. Wait, did I just increase? I did. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. I think this is working out for how we want the Scythe design to pan out. So let's keep going on this on this angle. How was it catching up with Mel and Lucy? I put on DMCA free lo-fi because if I don't do that, then I can get like told off on here by YouTube for using wrong music, and then it'll be like, we're muting your live, and I'm like, that's crazy. They're adorable. They are adorable. They're all really, really lovely. It's so funny that like Mel and I both like started making our own yarn companies at the same time, and we both found out. How do we find out? I think we both like kind of had whispers through other friends, and then we're messaging each other being like, how are you going about it? Which is really just funny. But Mel used to be a pattern tester for me many, many moons ago. So we go way back. And it's always like nice to have someone else who's also like in the same area. Yeah, we're definitely in different vibes. Like our yarns are different as well. So it's good. And it's nice to be like have someone else who's in the same industry, but yeah, different areas. So we have like someone else to talk to about it. Yeah. Okay, I think the Scythe is turning out much better than the other one. I think. Is it? Or is it just kind of doing the same thing? I think it's kind of working. I can't tell if it's slowly curving around though. I think it might be. Because it's gonna have the twist in it. That's the issue. Oh my god, this is gonna be the most difficult part of the entire piece to actually crochet. Because the thing is with crochet, it twists around. So if you're trying to make like a perfect, like I'm right now, I'm trying to make it like literally just hook out straight. The thing is this is gonna start like twirling around, even though I'm trying to make it like hook out straight. So I have to like account for that. Oh, this is so tough. Is there another more creative way I could do this? I'm making a scythe. So I've got the Grim Reaper here, and we're just trying to make like the scythe for them. And so it's the part of the blade that I'm trying to make, but I want it to like stick out to make the beginning more narrow. I don't mind the beginning being like really thick. I think that's okay. It's just You have to accompany for the twist, which is the part that I'm struggling on. I do know another technique that could really just like really tighten it down. But my brain right now is like, think. Think. This is big bucks is a strong word for what I make. I simply make enough to cover my own livelihood. I wish I was rich and able to travel everywhere. Watching all my friends who have like high-paying jobs or going to Greece and everything, and I'm like, at least I can hang out in my room making dolls all day. Who's winning now? Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I don't think. The other way I could do it is if I chucked around the weighting on the increases. But I don't think that works for what I'm wanting to do. That makes it round out. I need to go on another yarn retreat. I do need to go on another one. With all the friends. They're actually doing another one soon, which I just couldn't afford to go to. That's the difference between a passion job and a soul-sucking job. I agree. Yeah, that's the other thing. I could also just... The other option of what I could do is just do it as like a flat piece. The thing I'm trying to do right now is I'm just trying to give it a curve. Like, because I could just make a triangle that goes on there, which is easy enough to do. Hello. Hello. Because what I could do is I could just do a chain. But I don't think it curves, does it? Yeah. But would that work? Do I have any other shapes where I've done this before? That's the question. Not really. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like slip stitch into that, but then it might also be like really just small. But if I made 2 of them, that's a lot of stitching. Sometimes if it's like worked into a little bit too much, it is a little bit crushed up, but I just like chuck it into my stuffing pile and then I use it as stuffing. What yarn do I use? I use a really good chenille yarn from Zeddy Crafts because it is a really plush yarn. Maybe he's not a very feisty groom, he'd be small vibes. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, does size really matter for this little groom? Wait, I'm gonna put a little thing in here so he's actually holding it. It's annoying me that he's not holding it. A little stick. There we go. Okay, let's just do a chain. And let's go chain 11. And let's see what happens. Actually, maybe 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. maybe 10. Okay. Let's see how this goes. What I'll do is I won't do a slip stitch, but I'll do like a picot stitch on the end. One of my favorite stitches. Because slip stitching into the first chain is ridiculous. Who would even suggest that? The little Grim Reaper, yeah. Like a Jabberwocky. What's a Jabberwocky? Is that a gang member? Have I accidentally made something like a gang member? Please tell me I haven't. Oh, I'm thinking like Jawas? Is that what they were? That's what I'm thinking of. Oh, wait. I think I know what I can do right now. The way I get the curve is if I do some increases. What the hell? Oh, oops. Wrong stitch. Hee hee. Is the same author? I don't know. You tell me. Wait, we may have figured it out. And that's what's important right now. And then, wait dang a minute. Oh, no. Okay, crocheting into the back bumps of a chain is one of the most annoying things to ever do. Put your hands up in the chat if you feel personally victimized by chaining into the back bumps. Yeah, do you mean Jawas? I'm pretty sure you mean Jawas, because that's what I was saying before, that I could make one. And I was like, I would love to make a Jawa. Okay, wait. Okay, might be a little bit too short, but it's definitely curving now, but this is so droopy. Ew. Like, that's not the worst. It's not fun. Look at... Ew. This feels almost close, but it also just feels wrong at the same time. I think I've reworked the yarn too much. I'm going to cut it off just so you have that also as a reference. It's not that bad. I think I might just need to go, like, cheekily just do, like, a triangle. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. That might be the way to go. I could do a pipe cleaner. But I don't know if that changes anything. The thing we're trying to do right now is just make a curve. Like... I'm just trying to think of, like, what's the best way to do it, of whether it's still making it a flat piece. I think it looked better when I did, like... I think it looked better when I did, like, a rounded piece before. I think that's the issue. So maybe I go back to the drawing board on that one. Because it's like... Wait. We just like hold it up. Like it's not the worst. It's just just kind of ugly. Okay, wait. I'm gonna maybe start with 6 again. I think I'm just gonna try like combat the curve. Because as a rule of thumb, every 4 rounds tends to be like 1 stitch turned around. That's what I've found when crocheting. And some people won't think of that. I'm like, you have to think of that. But I wonder if it's like also, oh no, that wouldn't work with it. I was gonna say if I decrease on one side and increase on the other, but I don't think that does anything. I'm getting sleepy. Hello over in Denmark. Hello. We're just working hard to see if we can get this little Grim Reaper buddy up and running. Although I do need to like actually pause and take a photo of it very shortly, also because my phone is dying. Because if I can't get like the Scythe up and going, at least I want to get the little Grim Reaper like up and like out for testing, or at least like a photo of it for that. How am I doing today? I'm doing all right today. I've had an interesting delivery of people who joined this live way earlier on. We had an interesting moment where the yarn, like my yarn company's yarn, was not being delivered because they were just sitting in the driveway and they weren't going in and alerting our reception to drop it off. And I was like, go drop it off. Now where did I put my stitch marker? Oh, okay. Is the yarn safe? The yarn is safe after our break-in the other day as well. It was very strange that I think they just like broke into the building and they didn't have like a plan. And they just found our unit out of all the units and they're like, let's break into this one. And they tried to get in and then couldn't really get in and then they just panicked and ran away. So I just had like a broken unit door and I was like, I know, it was a little bit crazy, but like I don't really know what they would have stolen. Like if they really wanted to try drag out a big pile of yarn, then by all means give it a shot, but I don't think they've been able to do anything. Like, absolute morons, yes. Okay, I'm going back to trying the curve method again. So I go 1 and 2. Oh my god. Like, that afternoon like hit of energy is really hitting right now. Oh wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Lol. Coffee time. I know, I've got a coffee here. I just keep forgetting to drink it. I'm just chatting too much. It is 3:53 in the afternoon here. So it is a little late in the afternoon, but I didn't really sleep well last night, so also I had a really big day of just trying to like plan things and get everything done. Also doing a live like this is actually really tiring. So not to blame you all, but I found 10 stitch markers while cleaning your room. I use bobby pins and they're like the most useful thing to just like find at random around the house when you need a stitch marker. Like I'll be like, where's a bobby pin? And I'll find one just like sitting on the side of the couch. I'm like, yes. I love how easy these are to find. Okay, 1, 2. Ooh. You're the cutest stitch markers. Have you bought some of the stitch markers from the loose thread? She has some really fun ones. Do I have them with me? I have them somewhere. She made these like Pokemon ones. You gotta go to school, that's also absolutely fine. Please go get educated. That's what we all need. Okay. Okay, I think I figured out what I need to do here with this pattern. With the stitches. And then like the twist of the actual thing. So this will be something I might have to figure out during the testing period. Go get your masters? Yes! Have fun. I need to go to school. My suitcase. They're perfect for plush. Good. I mean, I still just use my these bobby pins, but when I get back into knitting, then I have the perfect ones for that because I use them a lot for more like marking on like the rounds and like a knitting round and stuff. Yeah. Just thinking. Okay. I guess if it's kind of like triangular, but like isosceles, what is that? I don't know. The where it's like higher on one side but pointed down, then that might still work. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, I think this is all from me, to be honest. My energy is running low and my battery is also running low, so it's probably going to cut out me anyway. So I'm going to run away and go finish this off very quickly. Oh, yay! We just got the notification that our pallets have been dropped off. The delivery was a success. So I'm going to go and... Well, I was originally going to say go check on my delivery, but we just got that, so I'm not going to go check on that. I'm going to go quickly finish this off, take some pictures, and then try to get it out for a tester call this evening. Oh, isn't that exciting? Okay, thank you so much for hanging out with me for either part 1 or part 2 of this live. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at 50k subscribers. Peace. And don't forget to check out ZeddyCrafts. Or email us at hello@zeddycrafts.com if you're wanting to figure out if we can ship to you. Is there anything else I should be advertising? Oh. And also this bat. Okay, bye. See ya.